Hi there. If you're just joining us, we're just about to get started. We've got 1 minute and we'll get started on the presentation this evening. Okay, well, it's officially 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'd just like to welcome anybody who's tuning in live. And if you're seeing this as a recording, I also would like to acknowledge you. I know that life is busy and there's lots going on all the time, and this was only announced today. And not much notice. So I just really want to say thank you for joining us, whether you're live or in recorded version. Now, obviously, you saw a message today that caught your eye, and that's why you're here with us tonight. And I would just like to say thank you. I do believe that you're going to see some amazing value here, and what I hope by the end of this is that it also creates more curiosity for you to get in touch with the person that shared this video with you. And clearly we can't go through everything there is to share in 45 minutes to an hour session, but what I will do is definitely open your eyes to a new possibility that you might not even realize is available. So thank you again for joining us. A bit about me, the presenter. I'm Tara Cooper, and I actually had this gift given to me 5 years ago. So in 2009, as you can see at the bottom left of my screen, that was a picture of me. I had a 6-month-old baby and also a 2-year-old daughter, and I was extremely tired. I was looking for an alternative to the way I was feeling. So really, Isagenix came into my life for health. I was actually really skeptical about a business opportunity. My friend did tell me about that at the beginning, but I have to say I was not very interested at the time. I had a lot of negative feelings about this type of business model because I had bad experiences, and I just didn't really understand the potential that was here until I started getting my own physical transformation. And as you can see in the picture beside, that was a photo taken months later. Now, within my first 6 weeks, however, I did lose the puffiness. I actually was able to release 25 pounds in 6 weeks, and I was not looking for that at the time because I still was nursing my baby. So I wasn't doing the full system the way it was intended to be, but I was replacing a meal every morning for breakfast. And just with that change alone, I stopped craving the junk. I felt better. I was getting amazing sleep. I felt awake in the morning for my kids, and I was just so grateful for the gift of Isagenix. And within those 6 weeks of getting such great physical transformation, I decided to take a look at this business. What I was so negative about in the past about this business model, I was actually quite concerned that Isagenix was a network marketing company because of my past beliefs. But once I educated myself and realized that this was a product that had absolutely amazing transformations for people with energy and weight and just adding lean muscle, adding more performance, whatever it is that people are looking for, better sleep, feeling better, whatever that looks like for someone, those transformations happen. There is no denying that these products work. I'm not going to talk a lot about the products tonight. That's not the point of this presentation. I do want to share with you why we're growing so fast and what is happening in the future for us. And they always say that if you see something coming, you'll want to jump on it when you can, because 5 years ago, I could see the potential that this business was going to bring to myself, my family, and every family that I was able to help out as well. And it's absolutely proven to be exactly what I thought. So I'm very excited to share this with you tonight. Now, in 2010, so my very first year in business, I broke through some self-doubt. A lot of us are so afraid to even think about getting started, whether the products or the business or both, because we have such self-doubt. And you can see there that was a board that I broke through. I went to a personal growth, personal development afternoon, or actually it was a full day, and one of the things was we needed to break through something that was holding us back. And I had no idea that I had the potential to break a board with my hand, but I did. And that was the beginning. That was Mother's Day weekend, so May of 2010, that I attended that seminar. And when I left there, I realized that I absolutely could do anything that I put my mind to, and I believe that every single person can do the same. This is something I created. Obviously, my family and I, we love going to the beach. It doesn't matter where the beach is, as long as it's warm. And, this is a message that I put here. No matter where, no matter with whom, just being at peace with your daily choices equals true freedom. Live your dreams, don't dream your life. And I know many of us have seen that before. Live your dreams, don't dream your life. But sometimes we don't know how to live our dreams. Maybe you've shrunk your dreams to fit the lifestyle that you're currently living. Maybe you're working, multiple jobs just to make ends meet. If you're like my family was, and my whole entire life I was like this, living week to week, paycheck to paycheck becomes really tiring, where you're, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. It's very, very difficult. And I was there too, and if I could just share with you the possibilities of choice. If you're thinking that you can't dream anymore because of the situation that you're in currently, I'm here to tell you different. And I hope that you'll watch to the very end of this presentation tonight, because I think that if you're open to seeing an alternate way, that you may actually just be giving yourself a gift that you might not have even known exists right now. A little bit more about me. Obviously now I'm a mompreneur. I'm very proud of what I do. I'm excited to be able to assist other parents, other families. Doesn't have to be families. I mean, some of our most successful people in our company are between the ages of 18 and 35. And I started this business before the age of 35, and I actually was able to create a six-figure income from home in the pockets of my time within my third year of doing this business part-time in my pockets. And I wasn't even 35 at the time that I hit that six-figure income. So what gets me really excited is that I get to share this not only with my personal family and the people I care about most, but I get to share it with strangers, people I don't even know yet, people that are looking for an answer, people that I'm meeting on the streets, sometimes in parks, in grocery stores. And I never come across like I'm trying to sell or convince anybody of anything, but I do believe in everyone's potential, and I know that we all have the ability to create even more freedom than what most of us are familiar with. We're a very proud ISA family. There's my three kids. They're my beautiful miracles. Every day I say I'm so grateful for what they've brought to my life, and even more reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is about creating those choices that I know that our family deserves, and so many other people do. I get so emotional about this. You can probably hear it in my voice. I just feel so grateful because ever since, my son there, he was 6 months at the time, he's never really been in a daycare setting. He's been maybe a few times when I had to do some, a few things here and there. He might go for a day or two, but it was never for weeks at a time. It was never even a regular every week kind of thing. My oldest daughter was, obviously 2 when I started Isagenix, so she was familiar with daycare for a year, and I love my daycare provider. She's actually one of my business partners in Isagenix now, and I'm so excited for her because I know the potential she has. She's a great person. But what I didn't want was someone to raise my kids. I wanted to see the firsts. I wanted to be there when they, learned all kinds of new things and to not miss a moment. And I still remember when my oldest, Hannah, took her first steps at daycare. I mean, of all people, obviously my daycare provider is like family, and I was glad that she saw her walk for the first time, but I didn't. I didn't get to see that. So, when I realized the gift that I've been given just by saying yes back in 2009 to taking a change, taking a chance, and creating a different lifestyle smile for myself. I had no idea I was saying yes to a whole new world of opportunity. And, I couldn't be more excited to share that gift with all of you. So why are you here? Somebody either shared this with you or you saw this on Facebook. So I just want to ask this question. You might be here because you were invited by a friend or family member, and maybe you're even reluctant to get on tonight. Maybe you're watching it in record mode because you really were like, I really don't want to spend an hour at 9:30 on a Monday evening getting on something I don't really care about. So the fact is, you might just be here because you're trying to appease the person that invited you. You might have also just seen a link and you became curious, so you decided to join us. You may already be a member of our community, and you decided to tune in tonight just to see what it is that has me so excited. Some of you were at the same event that I was at in August in San Diego, so you can also relate to the excitement that we all have. But, the fact is you're here, so thank you for joining us tonight. Another thing is, you might be like me. You might be a dreamer who's looking for a way to turn those dreams into reality, and you don't want to have any more limitations. Maybe you are told when to go to work, who to work with, what to do when you're there, when you can have vacation. Recently I've heard of some people say that they got denied vacation, or they burned all their vacation days already and they still have 4 months left of the year. Those are things that create limitations for you. And, are you sacrificing the values currently in your life that matter most? And if that is the case, that was me. I know that was me. I was sacrificing so many things and values that maybe it's time to break free from that. And I can tell you right now that if somebody has told you in your life that you're a dreamer, get back down to reality and live your life. This is real life. This is not dreamland. I'm here to tell you you can start dreaming again, and we're going to help you create those dreams and make them reality, okay? This is what gets me excited. Maybe you were bored. It's Monday night. I have no idea what's on TV because I really don't watch TV. But some of you may have favorites on Monday night, and there's no way you're going to miss that. But some of you might just be bored and you wanted something to fill the time and thought, hey, why not? I'll check this out. And some of you may be completely skeptical right now, and you are really not sure why you're here. You don't want anyone to know you're here, and something has you here anyway. I just want to say, please give this a chance, because I was very skeptical. My husband was 10 times more skeptical than I am. He's a police officer, and, not to say police officers are all skeptical, but many of them are. I'm not painting any brush or anything with that statement, but I do just want to say that if you're skeptical, that's okay. Sometimes the most skeptical people actually turn out to be the most successful individuals in this business. Don't worry, I can't see who's watching, so if you feel like, oh my gosh, that's me, I'm the skeptic, you don't need to stop watching right now. I cannot see who you are. Anyway, here we go. So whatever has brought you here, I'm just very happy that you're here with us tonight, and there are 3 parts to this session. The first part is basically for brand new people who have maybe never looked at this before. I'm not going to give a lot of information, but I'm going to give you a quick snapshot so that you can get an idea of what it is that we're so excited about. And then if you want more information, please get in touch with the person that sent you to this video, because we will send you the proper information that you're looking for. So if you're looking specifically for health, specifically for energy and performance, or any of our other solutions, or wealth creation, please just let us know and we'll send you the proper information so that you're not seeing something that doesn't interest you. So what if? I'm going to ask you this question, what if? And I want you to think about why you're here. It could just be to set your curiosity straight. It could be that you are searching for an answer. So what if this was really an opportunity to help my family? So this could be you asking yourself this question. What if this really was an opportunity to help my family have more choices in our future? Or what if this is really the beginning of a personal transformation? What if I really could dream again? And what would my reality look like? What would it feel like, smell like, taste like, and sound like? I want you to think of all those senses, because I know where I'd be right now. And I'm working towards that every single day with my team and with my family. What if this is a gift that I didn't give a chance years ago, when maybe you heard about it the first time, the 3rd time, the 10th time, and you passed it by? Or what if you didn't even know it existed until today? What if I decided to remain open to this information tonight so that I could make an educated decision about if I want to learn more or not? And that's why I said to you, if you want to learn more, please let us know, because we will send you the proper information for you to make the decision whether this is a fit for you or not. What if this was exactly what I've been wishing for? All right, so here we are, strength and momentum. As I said, I just got back from an amazing event in San Diego, California in August of 2014, and our event was called Strength and Momentum. And the reason for that is we are absolutely at a place in this company where momentum is in motion right now. So if you're watching this for the first time, you are in the right place, and I guarantee you that if you're open enough to take a look and see exactly why. So as you can see here, there's a couple things on the screen that show some of the highlights. I'm not going to read them all, you can see them, but we were founded in 2002. So clearly we are only 12 years old by the time this was recorded. We are currently open in 11 countries. We're really close to the 12th right now, so I've put 12 there. And in the next few months, we'll actually be into a 13th country, and you're going to see more about that in a minute. You know, what really gets me excited about this sheet right now is that we are redefining network marketing. If you currently have a negative outlook or a negative belief system about network marketing, and I don't blame you, I was there, I know exactly how that feels. It's not a nice place. We are redefining what network marketing is. So I guarantee you that if you take a good close look at this, you're going to realize that this is not like any other network marketing company that you may have experienced before. Or maybe you've just heard from other people that it's not the type of business to get involved in. And I will help you establish those belief systems so that you can understand the difference between a good network marketing company and a not so good one. And we are so fortunate to have the best in the world, in my opinion. You know, 85% of people join for our products. That's a really amazing stat. It's actually between 83 and 85% because it's changing all the time. You know, we are starting to attract people into the business model for what the business is, because they understand that Isagenix is redefining network marketing. We are in an amazing place right now because we are a no-compromise product. We are doing things the right way, and I'll share some of that with you soon. The cool quote that I love so much is that we bring out the best in people who say yes. And David Wood is an amazing master trainer for us. We're so fortunate to have him. He's got so much experience, and he really does teach us how we can become stronger as a person. And really, this is a personal growth journey with a great compensation plan attached. He helps us grow into the potential that we personally have. And before we can be successful in most cases, we do need to continue to grow ourselves personally. So when people say, do you sell shakes and vitamins? No, absolutely not. I promote freedom. I help people create you know, more choices in their life. I help people get healthy. I coach and support those who are looking for more in their life. So, and I also help with personal growth and development. And I continue to grow myself, which is what gets me so excited. I mean, how could you ever find a better match than something such as that? As you can see here, we have, some of the qualities we're looking for in people are people that have dreams, people who believe in their dreams, people who want purpose to help contribute to society, to be responsible, to be trustworthy, to have passion and integrity, and many, many other things. Family focus, the fact that they want to have a legacy. This is a legacy company, so this is not something that is going to be a here today, gone tomorrow. It is a legacy for generations and generations and generations to come, and we are willable. So if I pass away, I can will my business to my children, to my husband, to whoever. And that is an amazing gift that I am now. I'm not only building a business that's here when I'm alive, but I'm building a legacy for when I'm gone as well. All right, we're going to see a quick snapshot of what Isagenix is before we get started. And I just want to check to make sure. I'm hoping that everything is online perfectly right now. Just going to see if there's anyone with feedback at all. Awesome. Okay, so I just got some feedback on Facebook. Thank you. I'm going to shout out to Katie Kirk. Thank you so much if you're hearing me. I'm so glad that you can hear me and see me right now. And hopefully this video, it's just going to be a quick snapshot of a short video. The whole video is over an hour long, but I'm only going to share with you about 5 minutes of that video. And I will obviously share this link with you. You can write it down right now and go to it afterwards. But it's an amazing video that shows what Isagenix is, where it's going, and I'm going to kind of elaborate on that in a little bit here. But I just want to give you a picture, a snapshot about what this is, and you're going to meet our co-founder, Kathy Coover. She is one of the co-founders, a beautiful woman. She's in her 60s, absolutely stunning, and we are so lucky to have her as our business partner. If you were to get started, she is absolutely there for all of us. She wants the best for everybody, and you're going to see that. I apologize if the connection isn't the greatest. That's why I will share the video with you so that you can, review it on your own time. But the audio should work completely fine. If it's choppy on the video, I just want to, obviously apologize in advance. So let me just get that video queued in here.
So just imagine all the things I talked about converging into one big market. Just imagine weight loss counts for 20 billion. Sports and performance over 11 billion. And look at this, anti-aging 80 billion, and it's to go to 114 billion. All that adds up to over $100 billion market. Does that sound attractive to you? Does that sound like there's a huge market appeal? So when you're looking at a business, you need to see the market appeal. Will people want to buy the products? Will they want to consume the products? Will they be interested in the business? Those are important things to look at. Now let me talk a little bit about network marketing. How many people have been in network marketing before? Raise your hand. Okay, lots of people. Well, I just want to share my story here. I've been in the network marketing industry for over 20 years, and I built 3 large organizations. I fell in love with this industry because it was about helping people and helping people become the best they could be. I would succeed by helping other people. I had never seen quite a business model like this. There was no ceiling on my income. I didn't need any special degrees. I could have a lot of tax write-offs. I could have a lot of fun. And I had an unlimited income potential. That got me fired up. I used to be a dental hygienist. I was burned out, did not want to do that anymore. Anybody in the room burned out? Anybody just fed up and burned out and want out? Okay, so I jumped into the industry and I went through some challenges with a few companies, and what I can tell you is that I was so sick of corporate greed, corporate stupidity, and insufficient capital. I was fed up with it. And I quit after being in the industry for 12 years. I was tired of people letting me down. We retired and we started Isagenix. We came in with John Anderson and my husband Jim in the back. And I can tell you, we started this company to create a company that was all about the people, that was all about you, that was helping you achieve your dreams. And we created a company with integrity, a company that was built to last, a company that was backed by people that knew what they understand the industry. We've walked in your shoes. Jim and I have walked in your shoes. Eric's walked in your shoes. We know how you put your life on the line, your reputation on the line. And we made the decision to start this company to become the ambassador to this profession. And that's what it truly has been. It's become the ambassador to the profession. It has. And you know, we're 12 years. We're just getting started. We are just getting started. The next 12 years will even be bigger. And this is a legacy company. This is something you can pass on to your children and their children. We have built this so strong that nothing will take this company down. Nothing will take this down. And we're committed to that. We didn't start this company with an exit strategy to build it up and sell it and leave. We didn't start this company with an exit strategy to go public. We're not going to do that. We built this for you. We built this for you. You know, and everybody laughed at me when I went into network marketing. She's gone into network marketing. She's mad. She's crazy. She's nuts. But they aren't laughing anymore. They aren't laughing anymore. And this is a profession you can be proud of. You can truly be proud of this profession if you're with the right company. And that's what Isagenix is. It is the right company. Look at the sales. This is big, big business. 167 billion last year. When I had my last slide a couple of years, it was 127 billion. It's growing. And the health and beauty dominate this space. That's where you want to be. Those are the ones that are tried and true. You don't want to go into these things that are iffy because your name is on the line. And what I love about this industry, 82% of women that make a six-figure income make it through direct sales. That's huge. So let's give all the women in the room a round of applause. And what I can tell you, all the men find the good women. They're smart. So the key is to hang your ladder with the right company. This is your company. This could be your dream. This could be your future. This is your business. And it's built so strong that people are all pointing to us that they have done it right. So we've had over 12 years of financial stability. We started this company in 2002, and there's my handsome husband, Jim. He's in the back. Let's give him a massive round of applause. Let's blow him a kiss. He has run another billion-dollar company. He has been president, COO, executive vice president of other companies. So he has a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. And then we joined with this wonderful man, John Anderson, right down here in this picture. He was known as the Mineral Man. And really, he created our very core products. And his goal was to create a no-compromise products. That was his goal. We were not going to skimp on anything. He was sick and tired of companies cheapening the products. Why do you think our products work so good? Because of the quality of the ingredients we put in our products. So we have created a network marketing legacy. This is a network marketing legacy. And, you know, it will create wealth for generations to come. It truly will. And our mission is to impact world health. That's a big statement right there. Impact world health. And free people from physical and financial pain, in the process create the largest health and wellness company. And ladies and gentlemen, we are doing it. We've done accumulated sales of $2.5 billion. That is unbelievable. And we give back. We give back to other, organizations, Make-A-Wish, Child Help, all the challenges they had in Haiti. We gave products. Every time there's a tragedy, Isagenix gives. Eric and Jim and I just sponsored 2 schools in Africa. I mean, we just try to give back to our community, give back to people. So it's an exciting company to be with. And once again, there's our vision. We're really proud of that. And you have your vision, but it's really great to be with a company that has, a big, big vision. And as Jim says, to be the largest health and wellness company in the world. That means bigger than Johnson & Johnson. So we are not small thinkers, ladies and gentlemen. So
Okay, so we're going to get back here to the link, or sorry, the PowerPoint presentation. I'd like to thank you so much for being patient with that audio video. If it was jumpy or choppy, like I said, you can watch the entire presentation at its full length if you'd like. It's a phenomenal recording that will give you a really good, solid outlook on what Isagenix is and where we're going. And I'd just like to add, the next part of this presentation. So we'll keep moving forward here. Now, when we were in San Diego, we had the absolute pleasure of being part of a leadership exclusive event. And Eric Worre is an author and also a network marketing genius. He's been in network marketing for decades, and he is somebody who has written a book and many other amazing articles. The book is called Go Pro, so that might be a book that you put on your list just to understand what network marketing is and how it is that people can jump into it completely inexperienced and go pro from day one and really physically change their life in so many ways. But some of the knowledge that he shared with us, and I'm just going to share this with all of you, because if you're coming to this presentation right now not really understanding what network marketing is, and you don't have a really good idea of, is this a valid business? Is this something that I would do? Is this something that is possible? The thing that he says that in order to succeed here in this profession, and it is absolutely a profession, I did not see it that way 5 years ago. I had to educate myself. But what he says is that once we understand the gift that we have in network marketing, or MLM, which also stands for multi-level marketing, and the fact that network marketing is about joy, about contribution. We invest a very small amount of money and we have unlimited potential. No other business model in history has ever had the potential that we have in network marketing with as small of an investment as we do. Now, if you're a traditional business owner, you know that you had to spend, usually tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, to get your business off the ground. And then it may take you years or a decade or more to make that money back and then start, in the profit area. Some people, and I know my own parents, had a really hard time staying open, and they unfortunately lost their dream of being business owners. They had to close up shop. And that was a really tough time in our life. I still remember that, and I know that they still are so glad that they tried, but it hurt them financially in so many ways. And there are probably many people listening to this right now and watching that understand what it's like to have a traditional business, and how the only way that you can physically make money a lot of times is if you are personally working. So when I look at a business now, a traditional business, I actually think of it as you actually own your job. So you've purchased a business or you've created a business, but now the only way you can earn money is if you either hire people and you've got high overhead, or you're working it day and night, and if you take vacation, you can't earn a lot of money when you're on vacation. With Isagenix, obviously, as my business of choice, network marketing in general, there's so much unlimited potential. You sleep at night and you earn money. You go on vacation, you earn money. As you build your foundation, and it's network marketing, there is still work involved, but this is the most rewarding and the most fun I've ever had at work, and I don't even call this work. I do know that it is work, but this is a business that I get to create my own hours. I get to build this business around my family and around what we need. So it's really awesome. But anyway, some people watching this right now feel trapped, and the reason is they don't understand the power of network marketing. So if you understand the power that you have in this business model, you will be so excited to jump in with both feet. When understanding grows, the fog lifts. So, many of us feel like we're in a bit of a fog, and that maybe is where you're being stopped right now. How can we increase our level of understanding? Well, here are some really great books. I have to just speak 100% from the first one. Robert Kiyosaki, The Business of the 21st Century. Some of you know him as Rich Dad, Poor Dad author. And The Business of the 21st Century is specifically about network marketing as a profession, as a business. And that's a book that changed my level of belief in network marketing from about a 4 out of 10, where I was feeling like this was a dirty business. I really wish that Isagenix wasn't part of network marketing at that time, to being 100% unshakable belief that network marketing is the only business for me, and Isagenix is the only network marketing company for me. I had bad experiences with 2 other companies, and not that they're terrible companies, although one of those 2 is no longer around. The other one is still around, and people are very successful in that one, but very few people tended to be successful, and I felt the only way I could earn money was to be physically out of my house, hosting parties and carrying tons of stuff. And if I didn't have high sales, it basically was a waste of my time that night to be out. And I always felt like I was begging my friends for parties or for catalog shows. In Isagenix, it's completely different. Our products do all the talking. They have physical results, which makes us become walking billboards, which makes it very simple. Some of us overcomplicate it. We go to work to overcomplicate it, and that's where we're here to help you. So if you're looking for more helpful resources to build your belief and your understanding of what network marketing is, you can go to our team website, which is just seeitwhenyoubelieveit.com, and tab number 1 is build belief, and you'll see in there's 5 areas of belief that we're going to talk a little bit more about soon, but you can build your belief in all those 5 areas. Number 2 that Eric Worre says we need are skills. Now, this is very different from most skills-based professions. Pretty much every single person watching this right now probably has a set of skills that you're currently using in your current career or your business. Many times we go to work, but we gain our skills along the way. Sometimes we can't physically step into a career until we have our skills behind us through university or college programs. With network marketing, the difference is many of us start with, some of us have a foundation of skills, and previous experience could be as simple as some of the past career choices, maybe just even the fact that you're a social individual. Really the skills come from learning along the way, but we earn as we learn, which is really awesome. So many people think, oh, I can't start this business until I know everything there is to know. And guess what? You don't need to know anything to get started. All you need to do is try the products, see what they do for you, and then you speak from that place. And the rest of it starts to happen as you continue to move forward. He talks about mastery requiring 10,000 hours in anything. So when do we get really good at our craft? 10,000 hours after we've put time in. So in network marketing, for example, some of us may already have some skills based on the career choices we've had along the way or other experiences in life, but it does take technically 10,000 hours over time to be really good at our profession, in whatever profession that is. But you're not going to put your 10,000 hours in before you step into the business. You're going to get that over the years that you're doing this with your team. You're never alone. You're learning together. Number 3 is your blueprint. So network marketing blueprint in your mind. Again, this is your past beliefs, your past programming, whatever your past experience were. Maybe your parents were in network marketing and it was a terrible thing at that time. There was a lot of misconceptions about network marketing. There were a lot of ways that companies were not in integrity. They would invite people over to their home, and people would think it's a dinner party they're being invited to, and then all of a sudden comes out the presentation paper about this opportunity. So it was very sketchy, it was very shady in many cases. So if people have past beliefs, past programming, then clearly your blueprint is not set very high for network marketing at all. So this is something that once you get over that and start reprogramming your blueprint, then you can be so successful. But you really need to see where it is that you're feeling your blueprint is currently. Why are we growing so fast? That's why some of you are here right now. We are growing so fast because we have a simple message. And Kathy Coover mentioned a bit of that in her short little segment of the video that I shared with you. There are 4 solutions that we have, and I'll discuss those in a little bit more detail in another slide. We have strategic product improvements all the time. Our products do not stay the same. We continue to improve. We continue to have more science behind our products. We continue to constantly keep up with everything. With obviously there's allergies people have, there's intolerances, there's studies that are going on that keep us more more credible, right? There's a lot of doctors now coming into Isagenix because now there's scientific evidence about our products. We have more money added to the comp plan. There are so many simple systems and tools to make it so simple for anybody to do this business. That gets me really excited because it doesn't matter what kind of experience you have, knowing the tools and where to find them is what we do for you, the people that have been here a little longer, that can show you those tools to help you just run with it. Clearly we have some very successful people. Now, like Kathy Coover says, we're only 12 years old. We're just getting started. But in 12 years, we've got over 60 maxed out centers. All that means in translation is that there are 60 or more people currently earning over $700,000. That's awesome. We have over 120 millionaires, and that's growing every day. Now, that's cumulative, so there are some people who maybe hit $1 million within the first 10 years they were doing this. That's not bad. I couldn't do that in my past profession as a teacher, make $1 million in 10 years, because I didn't have a full-time job. But some people are earning that million within 4 years, 2 years. We even had one lady in 14 months. Now, her skill set was high. She had a lot of experience. She came with skills. She created that $1 million within 14 months. I'm not saying that's possible for anybody, but it is based on what you're willing to put in, what your skill set is, and the fact that you're never going to give up. Anybody can do this. It really is a matter of determination and making a decision to do it or not. The top 10 MLM companies currently, and this gets me really, really excited. We are not in the top 10 currently, but here are some stats. Now, you're going to see a couple names that you recognize and some that you don't. These are some very, well-known network marketing companies, but what I want to take your attention to is the years old column in red. Obviously, Amway. We all have heard of Amway. Thank you, Amway, for bringing network marketing to the real world of being legal. Because when Amway did get started, they had a really hard time with making this a valid business. So thank you, Amway, for doing that for us. They are currently number 1, 55 years old, and their revenue from last year was $11.8 billion. I'm not going to read all these numbers, but what I do want to share with you is take a look at the bottom. It says the average age of all these companies is 46 years old. All right, top 10. I have never even heard of that company before, or a flame. Doesn't matter. 1.95 billion was their annual revenue last year. All right, so let's go to the next. And like I said, you see the average age. That's a clue. Where is Isagenix going? Most companies take 25 years to reach $1 billion a year in revenue. We are currently 12 years old. So let's take a look back to 2010. I started in 2009. 2010 was my first year actually doing this as a business, which gets me excited. My first year, I just want to say this as personal. My first year I earned $7,800 doing this part-time in the pockets of my life. $7,800. That's not a lot. That paid for some of my products and then some. But the next year in 2011, look at us. We reached 250 million, just over. All right, so we're starting to grow just gradually. And in 2011, I actually jumped up to $47,000. Again, in the pockets of my time, doing about 10 hours a week with my babies at home. I then also had my third baby in 2011 at the end of that year in October. She's going to be 3 next month from the time that I'm recording this. Anyway, in 2012, we hit around 300 million. And I personally hit 100,000 that year. And that gets me really excited because that was a wake-up call for my husband and I. I mean, 2011 making 47,000 was huge because I had never made that in any of my history as a teacher or any other profession that I was in before. 2012 hitting 100,000, that was now, matching about what my husband was making, but my husband had been a police officer for 2 decades plus. 2013, we hit 400 million in Isagenix, and I currently, 2013 just finished last year, and I grew to about 130. And again, I don't say these figures to impress you. I just impress upon you how growth can happen when you're in the right place, doing the right actions, and surrounding yourself with the right people. That's what the potential is. Now take a look. Here we are going into the year 2004. Well, we're almost done 2014 now. We're on pace to be approximately 700 million this year, which is 2014. And 2015, even if we don't grow at our current growth rate of 57%, we expect to have our first $1 billion year next year. And, that gets me excited. Already in 2014, this is only September when I'm doing this video, and I'm projected personally to be into a $200,000 bracket this year. That gets me excited because what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything other than I've just helped a lot of people get healthy, and a lot of people are making money. Not just me, but a lot of other people. And one thing that some of you might be thinking right now, it's a pyramid, you got in early. No, this is not a pyramid. A pyramid is actually illegal. There's no product or service at all. It's just money being passed around. And usually what a pyramid is implying is that the person who gets in first makes the most money. And I'll tell you that somebody joined our team 2 years after I did, and she makes more money than I do half the time. It's what you put into it. It's what what you're willing to do, and you can absolutely even exceed what I'm currently making, even if you're not even started yet. So all I want to say to you is get rid of that whole idea of pyramid. It's not a pyramid. This is absolutely the opposite of a pyramid. Everybody has the potential to reach the top. There's no discrimination. There's no exclusions. Everybody can do this, no matter what your age. Well, you have to be 18 to open an account with us. Unfortunately, we can't be younger. I know that's one of the things that I wish could change. But the fact is you can be 18 years old and absolutely blow the doors off your business just by sharing amazing products and an amazing business. So recall this slide. Obviously, we just saw that, but I want to really let this sink in. Do you remember that slide that showed the top 10 companies currently? The bottom, like the number 10, was 1.95 billion. Next year, we're going to be $1 billion, and we will only be in our 13th year. Remember, I also said that it takes about 25 years on average for a company to reach $1 billion in revenue in a year. I think we're in the right place. I know we are, in fact. So what does this all mean for you? And we're getting close to, here we are 45 minutes in. I have a lot more information to share with you, but if you guys are, done, you're ready to just call it a night, that's fine. I respect that. This is being recorded, so you can always come back and watch what you didn't see. But what does this mean for you? Well, if you're just looking at this for the first time, I hope you'll continue to watch the rest of this presentation so that we can get some of your other questions answered. If you're already part of this amazing community and you're ready to take your potential to a totally new level, I hope that you'll also continue to watch and gain tips. And if you've seen enough, like I said, thank you so much for joining us for the first half of the presentation, and I look forward to continuing to help you succeed if you ever do decide that there is a better time. Now, what do? This is for people who are currently already doing what we're doing. Or maybe you haven't started the business yet and you're trying to think, well, what do I say when someone asks me, what do you do? And this is where I would fill in the blanks. I personally was a teacher, so I would say I am a teacher, but what I'm most excited about is freeing families financially, or helping people to create the life of their dreams, or what I'm most excited about is I've partnered with an amazing company that I get to be the CEO of my life. There's so many things you could answer, but you obviously want to say what you do as a career. That also adds credibility. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, and that's awesome. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but what I'm most excited about is I can build a business from the comforts of my home in the pockets of my life, whatever that looks like, right? So these are the ways that you can bring out what it is that you're doing without saying anything about Isagenix, it creates curiosity. People are going to want to know more in many cases. If then people ask, well, what exactly do you do? I offer people solutions and support for healthy weight loss, improved energy and performance, healthier, vibrant aging, and wealth creation. So what next? We're going to take action together. If you're ready to do this, we're going to take action together. If it's meant to be, it's up to, you can fill in the blanks. Me, obviously we can rhyme. I will not expect my team to do it all. I have to be the leader that goes the distance. This is an attitude you must possess. If you are going to do this, this is not all about you. This is about your entire team. And clearly, only the people that are qualifying for your time, the people that are positive, the people that are not dragging you through all the negative stuff that's going on, the people that are willing to, be authentic, be themselves, they stay in action, they give and they don't take everything, they know how to dream, they are completely at ease, right? These are the people that you want to spend your time with, those positive, forward-thinking people. And know that you're doing this together, not by yourself, but together. If you're serious, I really suggest that you register for the next big event. And the next big event, for those of you who don't know, is New Year's kickoff in January 2015 in Palm Springs, California. And then after that, the celebration event that comes in August will be in San Diego, California, again in August of 2015. If you are serious, and I mean really serious, to take your life to the next level, you must be at these events. You can't get enough from, hearing about it later. It's all about putting yourself into that situation. And I've seen people join the company and a week later they're on a plane to a large event. They see the investment being a payoff in the long run. Some people say, I'm not going to a big event until I make enough money to do that. That's the wrong kind of thinking. I'm just going to tell you right now, I did think that way, and it took me 2 years to get to my first event. And oh my goodness, I would have been in such a different place if I had have gone earlier. But I had that stinking thinking that was saying, I can't afford it until I can, I'm not going. And then I started to really listen to the people that were being successful, and I realized that, if I'm not making the money, I still need to invest in that time because, just like any business, we pay a bit at the front end, but in this case, you're paying a very small percentage of what most major businesses would be, and you're investing not only in yourself, in your future, in your family's future, but in all other families that you're impacting. Register for our weekly newsletter. This is another next step. Here, obviously, you'll receive updates and tips about our 90-day action plan and anything else going on in the team. You'll have up-to-date information, and you'll never feel disconnected from what others are doing. If you currently feel disconnected, that is your issue. You have so many tools at your fingertips that will put you in touch and keep you connected. It's your job to stay plugged in. Nobody else can do that for you. And the newsletter is one way that you can stay plugged in. We have all the updated recordings, great trainings that will be assisting you in reaching those goals that you have. And there's a link, and like I said, I'll be sharing this actual PowerPoint so that you can actually click on that link. Right now you can't on this webinar, but in the actual link later you'll see that. Create a vision board and write down your goals. Now this might seem hokey pokey for you guys. Some people just don't understand what a vision board is. Some of you have never heard of it. It really is an amazing tool for you to start getting in your thoughts what you'd like to attract into your life. And some may say the law of attraction doesn't work. I beg to differ. I would have to say that the more I put my vision out there, the more I write down my goals, the more I put it in pictures and words, the more is coming back to me all the time. Because now not only am I just thinking it, I'm looking at it, I'm feeling it, I'm imagining it happening before it even happens. Register for and complete the ISA Body Challenge. And I like this little clip here. Obviously, some of you like these actors, and they're great. They're funny. But I just, when I saw this, I couldn't stop laughing because that's sometimes how we feel, right? We hear somebody that's already using Isagenix and we know how great it is, and then we become awesome friends because we just love the same products, right? And when you do this with more than one person, obviously you're going to be more successful. Everybody is more successful when we have people to do this with. That goes as far as joining the IsaBody Challenge, but also getting involved in the business. If people are saying, I'm going to try the business out, I'm going to tiptoe in and see if it works for me, you're actually doing your friends and family a disservice, right? If a year down the road you become extremely successful but you didn't tell your closest friends and family members because you were afraid of judgment, I know for me, I'd be really ticked at you if you were my sister or my cousin. I'd be so upset because I'd think, you know what, why didn't you tell me? I could have done this with you. We could have done this together. It's so much fun when you can do it with someone else. So don't wait for things to change. Invite that person to do it with you. Just like going to a restaurant. If you were told that an amazing restaurant was just opening in your city, would you go to the restaurant by yourself and try it out first and see if you like it, or would you ask a friend or family member to join you? That's as simple as this is. You're asking someone to join you because you've heard how great it is and you don't want to leave anyone behind. Now, in saying that, I'll caution you, many friends and family members are going to be the most negative and skeptical, and you might be one of them right now watching this webinar. You might have been dragged here tonight to take a look, and you may be the closest person to that individual who invited you, and they really hope that you'll see the bigger picture. You may not. You may not today. It took my husband 18 months to really understand what it was I was doing. Up until that 18-month period, he really didn't understand why I was taking the time I was, going to events, investing in these, webinars and going to things, and obviously a lot of things were very free, but they took away time from me sitting with him at the TV. And like I said before, I'm not a big TV person, so I'd rather spend time with him another way. And it's certainly not sitting in front of the TV. So when he was sitting in front of the TV, I was into my business. 2 hours a night, 5 days a week. That's what it was. Just starting out, or do you want a refresher? So Pamela Barnum just completed a 4-session MIT, and MIT just stands for Millionaire in Training, because technically most people here are going to become millionaires, whether you think you will or not. It's possible. It can very much happen unless you've got something blocking you from getting there. I believe that everyone listening right now can absolutely be a millionaire. Will it take you 2 years? Will it take you 5 years? Will it take you 10 years? I don't know. Only you're going to know that. But anyway, these 4 sessions are absolutely fantastic, and you'll see them again on our team website, seeitwhenyoubelieveit.com. And if you are part of some of our Facebook groups, you'll also see them in there. There are 4 parts. One of them has not been recorded because there was an error with it, but she is going to be repeating that 3rd webinar. So to find this webinar series, you'll go to seeitwhenyoubelieveit.com, step 2, take action, recorded link training, which is a drop-down menu, and then you'll find the massive action plan, or also known as MIT. I also recommend that you find some business partners that are willing to connect with you on a daily basis. This can be a group of 2 to 5 people. I wouldn't say any more than that. It gets really challenging when you've got a bigger group. But really all you're doing is you're checking in with one another. You're checking to see, the people that have similar rank goals or similar goals that you're going to be linking together to see how things are going, because clearly every single one of us has objections. We all have challenges along the way. We all, have doubts, and I'm going to help you with that in a minute. But when you've got other people going through it with you, it makes it a lot easier, and you feel like you're not alone. All right, so that's a really big piece of sorry, it's getting late. Just a recommendation for you to really add to your success. Another action step is we're doing this together. We've already said that. Take daily consistent action. And it doesn't need to be running a marathon every day. You're taking daily, simple, consistent action, and most of all, stay plugged in, like I said. This is your responsibility. No one else can pull you or drag you. No one is your boss. No one's going to tell you what to do. Recommendations are there. People who are successful can share with you what they've done, and it's really up to you whether or not you're going to do those things. Some people try to create their own course. which direction they're going to go. They may pick and choose the things they're going to do. And ultimately, if somebody spells out a path for me to take and they were successful doing that, I'm going to follow that path. I'm not going to try to go off on my own path and try to figure it out a different way. Things are there in place for us, and it makes it really simple. A lot of us are overcomplicating it. If you're serious, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. I saw this today, and I absolutely love this. This goes for anything in your life. If you're making an excuse, you really aren't serious, right? If you are serious, you're going to find a way. Some of you may be so over committed to so many things that events come up in your community and you say, I can't go because of this. I've got this going on. Well, you know what? There are times where you want to invest in your business and your future and say no to some of the things that aren't paying you to live the life of your dreams, correct? If you have the life of your dreams, you can do more of those leisure things, but some of you don't want it bad enough. For those of you who want to create a significant income, you'd be investing 10 hours minimum a week. Now, some of you want to grow this faster. Maybe you've got a set time frame. Maybe you've got a really close deadline that you need to do this, and you're desperate to do this. You don't want to come across as desperate. I'm not saying that. But some of you have more time to give, and you really want to change your life in the next 6 months. That is possible. Get in touch with the person that shared this with you, and if you've heard it just from me, Tara, I will absolutely help you get yourself in the direction that you need to go. Some final thoughts, and this isn't the end of the presentation, but we're getting close. I want you to just think about this. Be authentic. Be congruent. Be at ease. The more at ease you are, the simpler this is, really. Be in your heart. Don't be a taker. Give. Give of yourself. Give without expectation. But don't be a taker. Some people take energy away from others. Some people take resources away from others. Some people expect. And that's a taker. Stay in action. It's up to you to stay in action. Nobody else can do that for you. It's just like I've heard. No one can do your push-ups. Only you can. Dream big and know why you're doing this. And this is something I created. This is a beautiful scene from last fall, and I intend to go there on a regular basis this coming fall and winter. This is the Scandinave near Blue Mountain, Ontario. And, I say this, the choice is yours. You can walk down a path of what ifs, or you can make a decision to create the path of thank goodness I did. What does this all mean for you now? Well, basically you have a choice. Either you can sit back and watch what happens for those who take action, or you can jump in with both feet and learn the basics of the business model without expecting perfection before you get started. The choice is yours. No one else will try to convince you. No one else will force you to do anything. No one will create freedom for you. But you are never alone in this amazing business. You are the CEO of your own business, but you're never doing this alone. So what if you do and what if you don't? Well, let me just share with you something that you've probably seen before. Mark Zuckerberg invited 5 people to his Harvard dorm room years ago to discuss a business opportunity, which was Facebook. Only 2 people showed up and they got in. Today, those 2 people are billionaires. I wonder what the other 3 are doing. The most costly thing we can own is a closed mind. Really think about that statement. The most costly thing we can own is a closed mind. Is this your time to jump on this rocket ship? And I know for me, when I was offered a seat on this rocket ship, I didn't ask a lot of questions. I just got on the seat and I got in that rocket ship, and I continued to improve myself along the way. Are you ready? Because Isagenix is set to explode. It's up to you. If you're ready to awaken your untapped and unlimited potential, be sure to get in touch with the person that shared this with you so that you can have your questions answered and to ensure that you are supported along this extremely rewarding journey of creating the life that you've only ever dreamed of. Together, we're creating future choices for everyone. And those people that are willing and ready to take control of their lives and are ready to make a decision, the future is unlimited. Naturally, though, about 80% of you that are watching this right now will say no thank you. And the other 20% who are open will very possibly have a completely different reality by this time next year. And imagine what 5 years will bring if you decide that you'll never give up and you keep taking action. The next part of the presentation, and I'm just going to say it's probably going to be another 10 minutes for those of you wishing to stay, is really for those people that are existing members looking to jump in with both feet, who are looking for a little more guidance. For those of you who are looking at this for the first time, feel free to stay with us, but I'm just going to say that some of it may seem a bit confusing if you haven't really heard about this before, but it'll give you some idea on how we support each other. So I love this quote: finding your passion isn't about careers and money, it's about finding your authentic self, the one you've buried beneath other people's needs. And I have to say a little personal anecdote to this one, because before I found Isagenix, I lost who I was. I became a mother and I was a wife, and I lost my teaching hat because I really gave up on my teaching career at that time. I didn't have the ability to find a full-time job, and being a mom was the most important thing for me at that time. And, you know, I wasn't just a mom, but I lost the person that I was. I lost Tara. And when I found Isagenix, I actually became myself again. And I realized very quickly that when I chose to be a teacher, which was a secondary career because I was an insurance broker to begin with, I went back to school as a mature student as a teacher. And the reason I chose that profession was, yes, I did love children, and I loved the idea of impacting children around, you know, whatever age it was that I was going to teach them and give them belief in themselves. But I really did choose it also because I thought it was a respected career. I thought it was going to be a guaranteed career, that I wouldn't have a hard time finding a position. Well, that was a joke. It took me 9 years, and I finally, you know, luckily found Isagenix. But really, what was most important is I lost who I was. I was so desperate to find that person. I found her. And it's taken me a few years. I have to say that it wasn't right away when I found Isagenix that I found who Tara was, but I am so grateful that I've had this opportunity to build myself and, you know, really just keep pouring greatness not only into myself but into other people, becoming the better person, better than I was yesterday, not better than anyone else, but better than who I was yesterday, is what's giving me my authentic self. Now, if some of you right now are going through this presentation and you currently have certain negative thoughts or actions, like comparing yourself to others. I've heard people say, oh, it's so hard when you see this person and that person succeeding and I'm still not. Maybe you've got fear, or you're blaming somebody. Maybe you're saying, my spouse isn't supportive, and if my spouse would just get on board and do this with me, it would be easier. Stop blaming other people. It is nobody's fault where you're at today. This is your decision to make, nobody else's. Judgment, maybe you're judging yourself, maybe you're judging others. That has to get out of the equation as well. Negative self-talk, we all know what that's like. We've been there. Distractions, Facebook, TV, overcommitting to social things, community events. I mean, we've all been there too, and I still do catch myself doing this sometimes, where I get distracted. Feeling discouraged, or maybe I don't feel worthy of earning that kind of income. Maybe I don't feel worthy of succeeding because I've never been successful before. These are all negative things. Feelings of being disconnected. Again, if you're feeling disconnected, you are the one who can change that. Even if you live far away from a center that's building this business together, you can create that connection. Self-doubt, drama, jealousy, justification, and so many more things. If this is where you're living right now, I'm going to ask you a question. What actions are you taking? Because when you have action, the negative fades. And I wish I could do a little demo on that. When you take action, the negative thoughts, the negative actions fade. These two things do not coexist. So if negative thoughts or actions are creeping back in, ask yourself the question of, what action am I taking? This is the muscle. You need to bring back action, and then the negative disappears. You have no time for the drama. You have no time for the negative self-talk. You have no time for the blame game. You have no time to compare with other people because you're focused on taking action for yourself and your business. Some of us are apologizing every time we offer this opportunity to people. Why? Because we still have belief issues. So if you still have belief issues in any one of these 5 areas, you need to start addressing those. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can change your belief in 7 days in any one of these areas. So if you're feeling like you don't 100% believe network marketing is a good or a valid business, or it's a successful business model, then in 7 days I challenge you to go and change that. And again, like I said earlier in the presentation, all you need to do is go to seeitwhenyoubelieveit.com and check the belief category. So right there, go to seeitwhenyoubelieveit.com and find action step number 1 to build your belief in all areas. And there's some really great tips and ideas there. There's some video links, there's some book recommendations. This is your responsibility. Once you become a 10 out of 10 in belief in the top 4 areas, you will be unstoppable. People will never say anything to you that will set you off course. Nothing. Nobody comes to me anymore with objections that set me off because I understand how I can respond without getting defensive. So if you're feeling defensive at all about some of the objections coming at you, keep building your belief, keep practicing, keep getting more skills, stay in action. And obviously, number 5, the personal growth journey will continue all the time. You just keep getting better and better and better than you were yesterday. There's a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. This is going to show you that by doing the simple, little, tiny things every day, improving yourself every day, over the long term is going to create massive, massive, massive success. All right? So it's, like I said, not a big marathon race, but you're going to be doing little, consistent daily habits every day, 5 out of 7 days a week, that will create massive change later. What stops most of us is the next question. It doesn't need to be perfect. Some of you are trying so hard to get everything exactly right. It has to be perfect or it won't work. Stop. Stop trying to make it perfect, because perfection doesn't live here. We're not about being perfect. Remember I said we're going to learn the skills as we go. The more you need to know, the less successful you're going to be. Because, number 1, you're going to not attract people that want something easy, right? This is a really simple business, but some of us are overcomplicating it. You might be a great nutrition expert, or you might be a physical, fitness trainer. That's okay, but when we talk from a place of being an expert in something, we actually scare the average person away. Anybody can do this. We don't need a nutrition degree. We don't need to be a doctor. We don't need to be a professional athlete. We don't need to be anything but ourselves. So if you're trying to get too much information first before you can speak about this, that's actually stopping you from succeeding. And the other thing, are you lacking support from people you care about and love? Like me, 18 months, my husband did not understand what I was doing. He didn't support what I was doing. And, I just heard this in August. They're tired of seeing you crawl. And that was so true. My husband saw me crawl through 2 other businesses. He saw me crawl through my teaching career. He saw me crawl every time I tried something until now. He didn't see me crawl in Isagenix. He saw me running. And that's what we need to do. We need to run and have faith even when we don't understand and even when we don't know exactly what our potential is. If we believe, we can achieve. But ask yourself the question, do I believe 99% or 100%? Because even if you believe only 99%, there's still 1% doubt. And 1% doubt can stop you. You must have 100% belief. Now, do we build this business out of inspiration or desperation? And I will tell you that I thought it was inspiration, and it can be. Sometimes you see an inspirational story, and that gets you really motivated to do something about it. Some people are so desperate that they realize that it's life or death. And I'm saying that and being dramatic. Some people it is life or death. Some people it is they're dying in their career. They absolutely hate what they're doing, and they need to change fast. They're desperate to get out of that condition that they're in. Some people, it's even more in depth than that. Desperation comes at all different levels. Some people are losing their homes. Some people are losing jobs. Some people are losing their life because of their health. We've got so many different reasons why desperation happens, but so much success is coming from desperation. So don't be sad about the fact that you are at a place right now that desperation's come into your life. This could absolutely be the answer you're looking for, but it takes you to make a decision. Success loves speed. Why? Because there's more excitement. When we do this fast, running rather than crawling, we're going to build confidence. We're going to be more efficient. We're going to get more support. We're going to have more fun. We're going to attract people because a lot of people like speed. They like to see when people are getting together doing something toward a common goal. And that's what's happening in our company as an entire global company. But in our team, we are so fortunate to be part of the team that we are. We have such amazing support. And, you know, like Eric Worre said, slow and steady is fine as a hobby, but not to build wealth and contribution and create a legacy for your family. Slow does not work when you're trying to create a legacy. So I say, here I grow again, because through this whole environment, through this whole experience, I continue to grow. And, you know, there are 3 phases. And I just want to you know, express these because some of you are living in phase number 1, a taker. Those who want it so bad, and you could be in a place of desperation, but you'll do whatever it takes, and you're focused 100% on me, right? So what's in it for me? Who can I take from today? You know, this person has to respond to me now because I need their support now, ASAP. You know, when you're coming from that place of being a demanding person, that's all about me focus, and that's a really dangerous mindset. People are not going to be willing to help and support you in your journey if you're a taker, okay? So phase 1, I hope that if you're there, you'll get out of there very fast. Some of us start there. Many of us start there. There's nothing wrong with starting there, but it's a matter of how quickly can we move on to the next phases. Phase number 2 is an area that some people experience, some people don't. But this is the one that I say is a fighter. This was Eric Worre's description of what phases are. But this is where it becomes very scarcity mindset. You know, some people come into this business and go, oh, it's so competitive. There's so many people that want to get my people. We're not in the getting business, for starters. We don't own anybody. And we have an abundance of people that want what we have. So get out of that scarcity mindset. The fighter mindset doesn't work. And getting defensive, having no trust, you know, maybe you're not financially linked to some people and you've got some trust issues that you will never talk to those people that are cross-line to you. That's ridiculous thinking. That really is total scarcity mindset. Fighter thinking creates drama, conflict. You know, just get out of that. This is not about trying to compete against anybody. We are here to just offer amazing service and support to whoever it is that wants to join us. Nobody is our property, so get out of that mindset. And when I share with you how many people are actually using Isagenix right now, I think I did say that, under 400,000 people in the world are using Isagenix actively right now. That's nothing. That's nothing. Phase 3 is a giver. This is where you want to be because the first 2 phases aren't very healthy phases to be in. Phase 3 is that giver. You know, the mindset of abundance, of peace, of growth, of contribution, of giving without expectation, but also being in that place of understanding that we all deserve respect as well. So the giver isn't going to just keep giving to people, especially not to takers. And if takers continue to try to manipulate and, you know, continue to take, the giver's not going to keep giving. So I just want to say to all givers out there, don't feel manipulated into giving. You want to give because you believe in what you're doing, not because you're being asked for something, right? And I hope that you know what I mean by that. But it's very easy to be in that mindset of giving, but then almost giving too much. You are the CEO of your company, so how are you showing up? No one wants to be your experiment. Some of you are saying, I'm going to give this a try for a year. I'm going to try this out for 2 years. I'm going to dip my toe in. I'm going to see if this is for me or not. If you're talking that way, even if you're only talking to yourself that way, you are saying that to the entire universe of people that come in contact with you. No one wants to be your experiment to see if this works for you. They want to know that you're 100% into this so that you're going to be there long term for them if they decide that this is what they want to do. How we show up is how we attract people. So you have a choice. Either you can stay inactive or you can dive into it clumsy. And I love this because it's not about perfection, but it's about saying exactly where you're going even though you don't know exactly how long that's going to take you. So how are you showing up? This is, again, so important. Did you know that you're the most influential person on this team? If you walk around defeated, so will the rest of the teammates. And that is so key. There's actually a video. If you go to YouTube and you type in death crawl, there's a 5 to 7 minute video, and it's a group of high school or college football players, and it's actually quite a disturbing video. I have a hard time watching it, but it is so good in the sense of stop walking around defeated that this isn't working, or I'm not worthy of this, or I can't figure out why this isn't happening for me. If you continue to walk around that way, the rest of your team's going to walk around that way, and you're going to just have a bunch of people that give up. So it starts with you. People will do 50% of what we do and 100% of what we don't do. And this was something I heard from Pamela Barnum, and it's so true, right? People are never going to do exactly what you do. If we could create people to be exactly like us, that would be awesome, because especially for those of you who are doing everything and then some, right, to really make this successful. But some of you are doing nothing. And if you're doing nothing, 100% of your team are going to do the same. Do you believe that this is the only environment that we can create a 6 to 7 figure income together with others while starting with a low skill set? We can be passionate and clumsy, right? And we can still be successful. And that's the most successful people there are, not perfectionists. Decide, and with caution I say this because Eric Worre, thank goodness he said this, and we're very close to being done. Sorry guys, this went a little over time. But for the sake of trying to make this a full presentation, I did want to include everything for everybody. Decide with caution. And the reason I say with caution is Eric Worre said to us that once we make a decision, and a decision isn't, I'm going to try this. A decision is, I am finally ready to take action and jump in with both feet, no looking back. When we make that decision, a lot of things will come into our path to try to take us off course. A lot of things will, and if you think of universe or whatever universal law, a lot of things will happen. And when I think back to 3 weeks ago, when I made a decision to go full force with this 90-day action plan, at least 10 to 12 things happened to me that set me off course, or tried to. And because Eric Worre warned us that things are going to come into our life that try to derail us, try to take us off course, maybe try to change our mind, thank goodness he said that, because I actually had to laugh at every single thing that happened. Every single thing that happened. And they weren't very nice things to laugh about, but what else was I to do, right? I was so serious that I was not going to let those things stop me. No way would they stop me. They might have slowed me down a little bit at the beginning. That's okay. I never stopped moving forward. The difference between living in an ordinary and an extraordinary life is a little bit of extra. And it really is a choice. It's a choice every single day that we have. Now, this is the last thing I want to share with you, and this is a testimonial that was shared on my Facebook wall tonight, and I just love this because this tells us even more than what, obviously the income is fantastic, the health benefits are fantastic, there's so many benefits to saying yes to this opportunity. But this couple has been a wonderful couple in our team, and I'm so grateful that I get to meet the most amazing, the most authentic, the most full of heart people that are coming into our team every single day because we're attracting people with the same values. This is what Jason had to say tonight. Since pursuing this opportunity together with my wife, we've both grown so much individually and as a couple. This is really a personal development opportunity that just so happens to have an amazing, to have a compensation plan attached to it and an amazing product line. If that message was that people heard, if that message was what people heard, I can't see them not wanting to be part of it. Who doesn't want to better themselves? Why would you want to be worse tomorrow, or heaven forbid, even just the same? So Jason and Sarah, thank you so much. You are such a value to our team. I love you like family. We are absolutely attracting the most amazing people, and to see personal development as part of this, it can't get any better than that. It can't get any better than that. So I'd like to say thank you. And with that, I have two last little things here on this last slide. Now you have a decision to make. Decide what you want. Decide you are what you're willing to exchange for it. And that might just be saying no to TV 5 nights a week. I don't know. What does that look like for you? Establish your priorities and go to work. If you want to change, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. And that's it, guys. I would like to thank you so much for investing an hour and a half, for some of you that stayed as long as you did, and for also the rest of you who have made this a point of actually being, on the recording version, because recording or live, you're all here for the right reasons, and I am blessed to have you as part of my life today. Even if I don't know you, I believe in you, and the reason I do is because I believe in everybody's personal human potential that we haven't even tapped yet. So with that, everybody, I wish you well. Have a fantastic autumn, and I look forward to meeting you very soon. Take care and have a great night.